So after coming to handbrake.fr, you're going to go to the download Handbrake button here. You can see the current version is 1.3.1 for the Mac operating system, Mac OS. And clicking on that, and the file will download. And so when it's finished downloading, you could just open it right from the downloads folder. At this point, you can run Handbrake right from this folder. You could also copy it to your applications folder if you want to be able to run it again and again. But in this case, for the demo, or if you're just going to be extracting one thing, it's also possible just to run it right from here. Okay, so now it's verifying it. And so you can see now that the Mac OS is saying that it's been downloaded from the internet, and are we sure we want to open it? It's just doing this because handbrake.fr is not an Apple verified source, I suppose, and so it's just checking to make sure that this is something you truly want to do. So we'll just hit open. And so I'm going to move this aside and say I do not want to do automatic updates. And so now popping in the DVD, it's going to actually mess up my screen for a minute here because it's automatically launching the DVD player software. So I'll cancel that, and then I'll open this disk in Handbrake. And now there's a pop-up that says that copy protected sources are not supported. It is legal to rip a DVD that you own. The removal of the copy protection is something that is not supported officially. I've never actually had it not work for the DVDs that I own, but I haven't done that many, so most of the DVDs that I've ripped have been ones that I've made myself. So this may be hit or miss, and you may find that some DVDs may not properly rip with a program like this. So the DVD is now loading. There's a few areas we want to look at before we actually begin the ripping. First of all, we want to change the save as file name. And so here I'm just going to change this to a test rip file. The second is the preset that you're going to use for the video format. Under the presets, we're going to choose the fast 480p 30 setting. And this is because DVDs aren't any larger than 640 by 480, so this is going to be the setting that we would want to use to rip a DVD and keep the file size reasonable. And here you can choose different titles that are on the disk. You can choose different chapters. You can do a chapter at a time, or in this case, I'm just going to do the whole movie as one file. So I'll leave it as beginning at chapter 1, ending at chapter 29, and you can see the 2-hour video that would result by doing that. And so now that I've changed the name of the file to what I would want, and I've, in this case, changed my destination for where I want to save it to, now I can go up and hit start. And now the encoding process has begun. So the ripping process is a 2-pass process, meaning that this timeline at the bottom here is going to be representing 2 different passes. It's not going to just be once through that it goes through the video itself. I recommend letting it run overnight if you can do that, because it will basically soak up all of your CPU availability while it's doing its thing. And so if you're trying to do anything else that's CPU intensive, it's going to be really sluggish. And then so when it gets done, you're going to see your file appear in the directory that you specified. In this case, I just made this DVD rips directory, and that was where it would go. And then from there, you can take that video and play it back or move it to wherever you need it to be to use it for what you need.